Welcome to if you give me here, and I'm here to review Bad Boys 4. Where do I begin? It's the most. I mean, it was alright. I said, I'll be real. I want to say it was alright just to be saying it's alright. But it doesn't suck. But I wish Martin wasn't funny. It's just he may be funny, but those jokes were not funny. I mean, no one, no, he's supposed to be the caring cop. I guess I don't get it. Maybe I don't get it. I guess he's supposed to be the lighthearted one, to be making comments that don't make sense with the scenario that is really being played out. I think they're trying too hard to be funny, and too hard to be serious. They cancel each other out. I didn't really. I only check was like cut to. It was. I didn't really bust out laughing a lot. It was a few scenes that were funny. Sort of knew what was going to happen. I would say you even knew who the villain was. I still don't get the motivation of the villains, the bad guys. It's a continue. It was a somehow you want you to believe it was a continuation of a drop years ago that they busted. I mean, it doesn't even make sense. The man done died like years ago. How did he wasn't able to years later transfer money to some cartel? That doesn't even make sense. Who would believe that? Apparently, the dumb cops would. Like, doesn't even make sense. Man been dead. Y'all know he dead. How did a dead man transfer money over after he died? Maybe see something. You gonna tell me that it triggered late. he raised from the grave to transfer money after he done died. I should have known that should have been red flag number one. Like, the dead can't transfer money. I don't care how. Can't transfer money. They should have known that was a setup for the very beginning. How the heck you think anybody gonna fall in? Unless you try to assault somebody's intelligence. There is no way anybody's gonna fall for that nonsense. In a realistic state of mind. Like, come on now. Y'all, the whole premise doesn't even make sense. And if you're going to go that route, why did you bother killing him off in the first place? At least keep him alive. Like fake his death or something. I don't know. It turned out he was alive the whole time. Like, like, does he, man, the fact that this whole plot doesn't make sense. The whole frame up job don't make sense. He's dead. There's no reason for the villain to even do all of this. I can see them trying to frame Will or Martin for the crime. It makes more sense. And they knew this, like they already were starting to do, frame him. That's why I thought they were going to go. But no, they would stick to the chief of police are the ones. The dead one that died in the last movie somehow figured out how they could transfer money after he died. His ghost, his reincarnated ghost came in and transferred money to the cartel after he died. That makes sense. That's why somebody make that make sense to me. How that makes sense. And then they tried to steal from steal a plot line from SWAT by having put out a bounty for $5 million. Yeah, plot line came out of SWAT. Okay.
This man karate kicked steel and it bent. And I remember somebody said, bro.
And it doesn't even make sense. And that's why I'm giving it a C. The plot itself don't make sense. Not a good action. The cinematography is good, which you normally see in all the other ones. It's just the plot doesn't make sense. They should they should have either A left the chief police alive to be framed. You can't frame someone if they're dead. I'm just saying. I mean, so unless you can somehow jump the shark and figure out how you can explain in a way of how that happened while he was still living, instead of trying to assault the viewer's intelligence, that doesn't even make sense. Just they manipulated. Those are their time manipulators now. No, they're not getting away with that. I'm not. No way they gonna get me to spend my disbelief for that. No, no way. They somehow became time manipulators. They just manipulated the transfer, the time of the transfer. Like that's how it works. Even if they transferred in his name, he's still dead. But when he did it, they should have just transferred the money in one of like Will's name and have him framed, and then they have the whole movie based around him trying to clear his own name or something like that. You'd be cliche, but at least it makes sense. But then he would be in part of the case. But at least it makes sense. Or somebody who was still living. The old mayor. Have the mayor be framed for it, and then the new mayor or whatever, be framed for it, and he sends them out there to clear his name. The person. They're having the mayor be a part of it somehow. Doesn't even make sense. What did he profit from Gate? Oh my goodness. This movie. I won't say it's okay, but the plot makes it utter trash. The plot is trash. The plot is deep garbage. It's intelligent, insulting. It does not get over a lot of disbelief. It needed to be worked out a little bit more. It's definitely not better than the last. It's actually weaker than the last. So in that case, I give it a 6 out of 10. If I'm gonna break down cinematography, I give it an 8. Plot 5, maybe 4. Acting a 7, maybe 8. Give me the movie overall average of maybe a 7. Okay, we'll give it a 7. The average rating between the two. Just for the acting and the cinematography by itself. Got other movies to review. Till next time, this DM Gaming signing out.